Okay, I'm just waiting for Alyssa to join so that I can add her. And then we are going to microneedle my face, and she's going to microneedle her face. We're going to split the screen. So just as soon as she gets here, we will do that. All right, just waiting on Alyssa. We're going to microneedle my face tonight, so if that's what you're interested in, please stick around. I've already numbed. I am just waiting for my co-host to get here. Share the live for me so that we can get some people in here. All right, there we go. Invite. Okay, Alyssa, I'm hitting your invite. Okay, there you are. Okay. Are you ready?
Can you hear me? Hold on.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, baby.
Okay. I think I got this.
There you go. Okay, so are you all numbed up and ready?
Yes.
I'm tingling. Hi, babe.
Hi.
Hi, sweet pea. Okay, so we are numbed up already. We did a double cleanse, and we are going to now alcohol our face and neck. I only numbed my face. I did not numb below my chin. So I microneedle down here without any kind of numbing cream. So if you are interested in microneedling, you do not have to numb. There are lots of people that do not numb their face. I am not one of those people.
Yeah.
I even numbed my upper eyelids. And it does, the alcohol stings just a tiny, tiny bit under your eyes. So just be careful not to get it in your eyes.
I don't feel anything.
I don't feel anything right now either. I always do on my upper lip. Hi, Rose. Welcome in. We are microneedling today. My name is Nikki. I'm 54. And this is my daughter, Alyssa.
Hi.
So we have 2 generations microneedling their face today. And we wanted to do it this way so that she could learn. This is my 5th time. I've been microneedling every 4 to 6 weeks. And this is the 5th time that I'm doing it. So now I am all alcoholed up. We are ready to begin. Let's let that dry a little bit. Make sure you don't have any, it's not still wet when you start microneedling. And we are using a derma stamp tonight.
Okay.
Okay, you're all set?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to start with our forehead, okay? So you want to dial it to a 0.5. Hi, Kim. Welcome in. Okay, so dial it to a 0.5. We're going to do our forehead first. Boy,
I can barely see him.
Stiff. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm going to go 0.75 just because I've done it so much and I feel like there's nothing there on a, well, there's nothing. That is literally nothing. But your skin's very thin and it's very bony there. So you're going to, I mean, you're not going to feel it because you have numbing cream on, but you will feel it that you're getting something. But if you, I don't know if you can see, I've got mine on a 0.75 and there's really not a whole lot there. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And just basically you're going to start, hold it the tall way. And we're going to start that way first. And just start in one corner. Yep. Just and stick right down and straight out. Okay. And then you want to overlap. So with each one, you're overlapping. That way it's like getting 2 passes in one.
I don't feel anything.
No, I mean, I can feel that it's going. I can even hear it. I can hear it piercing the skin, but I don't feel it. We go all the way across. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I am happy to answer. This is my 5th time microneedling my face, and I plan to do this once a month for the entire year, just to see how good we can get it. Plus, I freaking love the glow. After like a few days after, and for about 2 weeks after a microneedle, my skin is just, hey Mitchell, how are you, baby? My skin is so plump and it's glowing, and I just love the way it looks. And I'm even thinking about starting to do the 0.25 that a lot of the microneedlers do in between, because you get that glow again. And I just love that glow so much. So that's one pass.
I really don't feel anything.
I know. So now we're going to go this third one, or this third line, I should say. We're going to get into the eyebrows and upper eyelid now. So start over in the corner on your temple and work your way over. Welcome in, Michael. And get your eyebrows real good.
Right here?
Yep, start at the temple and work your way over. And I'm going slow so that everybody can learn this one. The next pass, I tend to go a little faster. I'm just going real slow so everyone can see what I'm doing. And right into your temple. So you're going to go right across. And now we'll do our upper eyelid. So you don't go, down until where you're hitting eyeball. You're just getting this upper part of your eyelid here, okay? So kind of close your eye, and you'll feel it because you have that orbital bone. And remember, you push straight down and pull straight up. That way you're not dragging those needles. And it's real angular skin right here. And just get up in there, get up in that bone. And this is great for the hooded eyes. It helps to plump those back up. Okay, so that's our first pass at the 0.5, and I can feel it piercing. It doesn't hurt, but I am numbed up. You do not have to numb. I did not numb below my chin, and you will see I do all of this with no numbing cream. In the past, I have done my arms, my legs, my stomach, and my legs are still peeling 2.5 weeks later. Because I went 3. I did it all the way, the deepest setting, because I had all that sun damage that I'm trying to get rid of. Okay, so we're going to do our second pass. Let's turn it widthways now.
Hi, Ren. Ren's watching.
Hi, Rennie. How are you? Welcome in, Turtle Boutique. And so start back up at your top.
We're doing it again. We're going again.
Yep. You're going to we'll do 3 passes, okay? So these stamps have 48 needles in them. So each time you press down, you're poking 48 little holes in your skin, and they call those channels. The channels stay open for about 15 minutes, and now overlap it. So it's going to take 3 passes to get down to the eyebrow this time, because we are overlapping and it's more narrow this time. Those channels stay open for 15 minutes after you microneedle. So each section that we do, we will then apply a serum. And in the kit, we always include hyaluronic acid. So the kit has the derma stamp that's reusable and adjustable. It has hyaluronic acid, it has alcohol, and it has the numbing cream. And that's the good numbing cream, the 10.56. So you don't feel anything. That's how we are able to poke holes in our face and do it with a smile. So don't forget to do your orbital bone again. So start over in your temple area and take that out, close your eye and get that orbital bone. And don't forget to follow if you're not already following, guys. Help me get to 1,000 so I can put links in my you know what. They don't like you to even say that word.
Oh, Links.
Yes.
We could just start
It's,
spelling everything out.
I know, just spell it all out. But I have the information here. So if you are interested in microneedling, the kit always comes with these items, and then there's always freebies and add-ons.
What?
There's always PDRN we add on. Tonight we are actually doing five different overnight masks. The ones that I preach about that pull the wrinkles out from your day. You wake up and you peel it off and it's all smooth and beautiful. I'm giving away 5 of those for everyone that buys the kit. So check it out if you're interested in microneedling. Hi, Donna. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so are you ready for our third pass on the forehead? So we're going to turn it back lengthwise, tall. Start all the way in the corner, straight down, straight out, okay? And you make sure you push all the way in. I can actually hear the needles penetrate the skin. It's wild. Overlap each one. That way it's like getting 2 passes in one. So 48 little needles each time you stamp, and you're overlapping those.
Ooh, I'm starting to hear it now.
I told you, if you listen, you can hear it. And so overlap, and this one gets you down to the top of your brow, and then we'll do our brows, and then we'll do our orbital bone. Oh, thank you for the heart. Thank you, thank you. Has anybody in here microneedled before? Type 1 if you've microneedled before. If you haven't microneedled, type 2.
We do an orbital.
Yep, do your orbital. Do the orbital bone.
Ooh, I felt that one.
Oh, so we have several people that have never done it before. That's awesome. I love to teach this. I preach it. I'm 54 and it has taken years off of my skin. I barely have any wrinkles other than the smile lines that I'll probably never fully get rid of because I literally spend my whole day smiling. I don't even think I can talk without smiling. It's just part of who I am, I think.
Oh, I look like I have a scar on my face because mine gets so deep.
When you're ready to attack that scar, you can dial that up to a 2 to 3. You can really get scar tissue and you can break up scars like I showed you when I did my stretch marks on my stomach. So this is awesome and it's reusable, guys. So you can reuse this about 8 to 10 times. They say to replace it after that. They're titanium, so they last a little bit longer. But that's it for our forehead. So let's pause right there. And I like to set it on its lid so you don't contaminate it. Everything's been wiped down with alcohol. So we are dealing with a clean environment. But I'm going to put on, I have this lovely hyaluronic acid serum that has GHKCU, copper peptides in it, which is awesome for your skin. And so while those channels are open, I'm just going to rub that in real quick. And so let's find out, which one are you going to use on your skin? Are you using the PDRN, the hyaluronic acid, or are you going to use the collagen or the copper peptide?
I use this bad boy. I call it the salmon PP.
Okay, the salmon PDRN. That one's awesome too. It's very repairing. Does it really get rid of scars? Oh, yes, it does. We did my first session on my stomach. I did all of my stretch marks live. And I'm going to do that once a month. So I think it's a week from now is when I can do it again. So give me a follow. And I always tell you like a day or at least the day of when I'm going to go live. We are going to watch them disappear over the next few months. It does take some work. You have to do it once every 4 to 6 weeks. It takes 6 to 8 sessions. But I mean, we're doing the session right now. The session doesn't take long. It takes about a half an hour to do a full session on yourself. And you will wipe those scars out. I wiped out a chickenpox scar on my eyebrow, completely gone. It was there my whole life. And that was gone by my 3rd session. So some scars don't take as much. But the stretch marks, I'm guessing because they're just so deep, are probably going to take a while. But if you're interested in the kit, it has everything you need to get started. And the reusable stamp, it comes with hyaluronic acid, the numbing cream, the 10.56%, the good stuff, so you won't have to feel it. And that always comes with them. And everybody that buys a kit during the live right now gets 5 of the sleep masks that you put on before bed. You wake up, you peel it off, and your skin is just so beautiful. And it pulls all your wrinkles out. It's just, I love them. I preach to everybody. I give them away all the time. So now dial your pen up to, well, actually, no, let's do the under eyes first. Yes, it is, because I have the stretch marks on my stomach. So if you stay tuned, give me a follow. I will show you the proof over the next few months. But give it a try yourself. I promise you, you will not regret it. Okay, so leave it on the 0.5 to do your under eye. So you're going to start over here where we left off. Start over there, work in towards your eye, and you can feel you're hitting that orbital bone, and then drop down one. And bring it back over to the side of the face, and then do the under eye. I absolutely will, Nicole. I will make sure you know. I send out invites to people who request it, so I'll make sure I send you an invite, and so that way you'll know that day.
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, sweetie, how are you?
Good.
You're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So it's your lower temple. Get that whole area of your lower temple that you did not get right up to the orbital bone on your eye. Then drop it down and go underneath your eye. And you can feel it on the orbital bone. I don't usually feel it a whole lot in the under eye area. You are getting it, but I don't feel it. I don't know why. So I go ahead while we are still on a smaller number, the 0.5, I go ahead and get my nose. It's very angular, so you have to kind of stamp a lot. And be gentle here, guys, because there's, you're just going right to cartilage. Your nose skin is some of the thinnest skin on your face. But you also want to get it. The first few sessions, I skipped my nose because I thought, why would I do my nose? And I'm going to tighten it up and it's going to look beautiful. Yeah, you are. So you can actually give your nose a bit of a lift because it does tighten that. So how can I get the sleep mask if I already got the kit? Oh, I'm going to have those on the website in about a week. I'm waiting for a big shipment to come in. So I'll make sure you get notified as soon as they come in, Kim.
So how many impressions
You're going to
on
do
the
full
nose?
3 passes. I'm just finishing my nose. I'm sorry. I get sidetracked. Okay, so now go back up to your temple. You're welcome. Yeah, and if I don't get a hold of you, I'll get a hold of your daughter so that you know either way. I'll make sure you know about it. So just be real gentle going over the bridge of your nose. It's funny, I really don't feel it on my nose. Oh, but I feel it there. That's wild. Right, like the corners of your eyebrows. Did you stamp there?
Yes.
Try not to miss a spot. It's really easy to miss a spot when you're talking. So this is pass number 2. Bring it all the way out to the other temple and then take it up all the way into your orbital bone, and you will feel it. You'll feel that. You can feel that you're on the orbital bone. And that was pass number 2. So we're going to do one more pass on the under eye area. So start over here in your temple. And that should, because we did the upper temple when we did the upper eye. So that should get you, your whole upper part of your face will be done now. And this was the 3rd pass. And you can do more passes. If you've got the time and the patience, I know women that will sit here and stamp for an hour on their face, and they just don't stop until the numbing cream wears off. The more little channels you make, the more collagen and elastin is going to be growing, basically, because that's what this does. This basically signals your collagen and elastin to start producing. And so that's what you're doing, is regrowing the collagen and elastin that we all lose. Starting in our mid to late 20s, we begin losing the collagen and elastin, just like we begin losing progesterone, we begin losing estrogen, testosterone, our hormones drop, our collagen drops, all of it starts dropping, and that is what leads to the aging on our faces and our skin. So once you hit menopause, then it all just goes south, and this is going to rewind all that. So it signals it to say, it just tells your skin, hey, make collagen, make elastin, and that's what it starts doing. And so then you get that glow because everything's repairing from the inside out. And I just love the glow from it. Okay, so now we're going to dial it up. Make sure you are on at least a 1 on your cheeks. I go 1.5 because it's so spongy. I don't feel like I get the penetration you need. And you can see it's still not a ton. It's not a lot of needle going in. And so now we're going to start right under where we left off. So take it all the way over to the corner, and you're on your cheekbone. And remember, you're overlapping, guys. So you always want to overlap. And I can hear it. I hear it penetrate. It is the wildest sound. I mean, you can hear it penetrating your skin. And we're just going to do this side of the face right now. And as soon as we're done with this side of the face, we will go ahead and rub our serum in up to our eye. Take it all the way over to your ear. And like, I didn't get numbing cream over there so I can feel it, but it's not bad. I bet I could probably do my face without numbing cream except for my lip. This area, it is mean and nasty, and it does not feel good there for me. Everyone's different. I've had women tell me, oh, I can do everything but my eyes without numbing cream, or everything but my nose. So you can turn it. You don't have to turn it. I just think that you tend to cover more area when you turn it. This way, if you miss something, because your face is very angular and you've got the bones, it does help your sunspots. I did my thighs about 2.5 weeks ago, and I had 3 really dark sunspots on them. And I made sure I pointed them out so that you can see the difference as we go on my legs. But I had a sunspot right in here that I have managed to fade down really well. So this is session number 5, and it's really made a difference. And then there's some other things you can do to fade your sunspots too. One of those is a really good vitamin C cream. That will help fade them off. And that's called an active, so you don't want to be in the sun with vitamin C on your skin, because it will, a lot of people burn with the vitamin C on. So you want to apply your vitamin C cream. I tend to do it first thing in the morning and then leave it on for like 2 hours, wash it off, then do my normal face routine. Are you still on pass 2 or are you on 3?
I think I'm on 2. I just went rogue.
Okay. That's okay. I was talking. It's my bad.
I don't think it'll hurt anything if I go a little extra.
No, it's not going to hurt anything. Like I said, I've got friends, her name is Kim as well, that will sit here with a handheld mirror while she watches TV and just microneedle her face for an hour. I mean, she just goes at it. And she's in her 40s, and I bet you would think she was in her 20s. And she's been microneedling for probably 5 years now. Okay, so this section is now done. So we can add our serums. So remember, when you microneedle, you want to add a serum while your channels are open. So you don't want to wait until you're done with your whole face. You want to do it section by section and get that serum in while those channels are open, okay? And this allows that serum to penetrate deeper. So when our skin is, when we haven't microneedled, it can only go so deep. Your serums can only sink in so far. When we microneedle, we open those little channels. I just did a 1.5 on my face. So all of the serum I'm rubbing in right now is sinking in that depth. And so you're getting that repairing stuff way down in there. Even if you're just using a hyaluronic acid after you microneedle or while you're microneedling, that's pushing that hyaluronic acid in deeper. So you're getting deeper hydration, and that stays with you longer because it's not just on the surface of your skin. It's not just absorbing in those superficial layers. It's going deep. So you actually get way more out of it to do that. So let's do our upper lip. Let's do around this area next. And you can leave it on the same setting you have for the rest of our face.
I already did my
This
above my
is the
lip.
part that hurts.
Just
for
haven't
me.
done my lips yet.
Now I'm doing upper lip and lips right now. And if you're like me and you have really deep laugh lines, this is excellent for that. It's pulled them out a ton. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, I think it's a pinned video. It's the second or third video. It has the Curious About Microneedling on the video cover. That one has before and afters at the end of the video. And you can see what it did to my neck. I had those platysmal bands right here, real all the way down to here. Gone. Gone. And it took 4 sessions to get rid of those. And my laugh lines aren't as deep. I don't know if the numbing cream's wearing off or if this area just freaking hurts.
It's honestly not that bad.
I'm going to get the lips. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I feel like I have to push harder because it's so squishy.
Uh-huh. Oh. So definitely feel it. But as you can see, it's not stopping me from doing it.
Sure, I feel like maybe I'm not pressing hard enough.
Well, I'm super red, so
You're way redder than me.
I'm probably going deeper than you. I'm doing 1.5.
I'm at 1.25.
I'm only going deeper because I feel like I don't get the penetration here on a 1. So basically, your collagen induction happens at 1 for the majority of your face. Your eyes and your forehead are much thinner, and it only requires a 0.5 to induce the collagen and elastin production. But I feel like the longer you do this, the more experimenting you're willing to do.
Okay, so start on the other side of the face.
Did you put your serum on? Make sure you put your serum where you've already microneedled.
I'm not really getting. Oh wait, yeah, I'm red. It's just the lighting.
I'm super red. Okay, so I will look like this all night. Tomorrow, I will look like I didn't do anything to my face. It's the longer you do it, the less downtime you have. So first time, you got to figure about 3 days where you're not going to be able to wear makeup and you're going to look like you have a bit of a sunburn. And that's about what it feels like. So for the first day, it feels like a sunburn. The second day, you can look on my afters, on my videos. I show the day after, the next day. I think up to 5 days showing you guys. By that 5th day, my skin is glowing, and it's just insane what it does to you. Okay, so start back up in your cheek area. Yeah, my numbing cream's wearing off. I think I could do my face without numbing cream. Just not my lips. That was rough. That's numbing cream on, and I was already having a struggle bus time. I noticed there's a couple of spots by the nose that I kind of have to turn the stamp so that I can get them. I'm going to show you when I get up there again. Because of the angle, so don't be afraid to, turn it like this just so that you can get it in. Because if I do this way, I can feel I'm missing that well. So if you angle it, you can get up in there.
Yeah, it hurts. It's not like awful, but you can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. I'm feeling it now. Of course, we both numbed and then took it off and then waited for the live to start. So if you're doing it at home, start as soon as you're done numbing. So you have time. And I'll show you, I'll do my last pass, how I do it when no one's watching, so that you can see how fast you can actually do this once you get the feel for it. I'm going to do my lips again. Oh, yeah. That brought tears. That brought a tear to my eye. Okay, I'm going to show you my last pass over here, how I do it when no one's watching. So it's pretty quick. I did it like this on a video, one of the pinned videos, I believe, and I did my whole face in 15 minutes. And that's 3 passes each, and that was with talking and everything. And the key is just to stamp down and pull straight up. Do not drag that needle. Okay, and so I'm going to put the serum on, and I am using the copper peptide hyaluronic acid combo.
I'm using the salmon PP, or however you call it.
Salmon PDRN. Okay. Now, we can start with under the chin, the jawline, the chin, and go down the neck. I'm only doing this part today. I usually will go all the way down in here, but you kind of got to wear a different shirt for that. And so start over here and stamp into your jaw. And this is great for those jowls. Helps to firm those up real good too.
Are you still on your 1 point?
Yep, I'm still on the 1.5. I usually tell people that when your first time, 0.5 up here, 1 here, okay? And then you can either do 0.5 on your neck because your neck is thinner. I do 1.5 on my neck now. I started at 0.5, worked my way up. Just because I had all that hanging skin, and it tightens it, sucks it all back in.
It's hard to get underneath the chin.
It is. You kind of have to pull tight.
Well, I must have numbed really well on my neck. I don't feel a thing.
See, I didn't numb my neck, and I have no problem doing my neck. None. I can do pretty much every body part except for my face without numbing cream. Everyone's different. Some people are going to find it too sensitive on the neck to do without numbing cream. some people will be like, oh, it's nothing. I mean, I've done everything pretty much now. And the only place I still numb is my face. I try not to talk when I go over my throat. But right there, this is a crepey area for most women my age. So I make sure I stamp that extra. So I'll do my normal and, get the little bony areas. And then I will get in every little nook and cranny of this. And I will turn it, make sure I'm getting in every little spot. And you want to make sure you're doing at least 3 passes. And so I went across this way and I will go up and down next, okay? So just so you know what I'm doing.
I went rogue. I'm just kind of doing.
Oh, you're fine. It's just if you do a pattern, you're less likely to miss a spot. And that's why, you go across this time, then you go up and down, or you turn the pen. And that's just so you don't miss an area. I mean, if you're going to do it, you want to maximize your benefits. Are you using a mirror?
Yes.
See, I'm just looking at my little tiny phone screen. Okay, so I'm going to go up and down now. And still overlapping. You want to make sure you're overlapping each pass. I think next week when I will probably do a 0.25 on my face next Sunday. Just so I can keep that glow every week. And I think what we'll do is we will do the Q&A before we start microneedling next week to allow people to come in. Because I think they throttle how many people can see this because I'm microneedling. They didn't used to. It's just since things changed, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Ooh, felt that one. And I heard it.
Okay. Look at that. All right. I'm going to put some serum on my neck. Get that all rubbed in. There we go. Okay. Oopsie. I keep knocking that over. All right. I'm going to hit my temples again because I'm super bony there and I would love to add some volume that I've lost over the years in this area. And then I'm going to, I almost forgot. So if you've got thinning hair, make sure you hit your thinning areas. I'm going to sneeze, so felt like I was going to. Huh?
I said bless you.
I didn't end up doing it. I thought I was going to. I definitely didn't want needles in my face while I sneezed. Okay, so if you've watched any of my videos, you saw the one where I pulled up my hair and showed you this, how it receded all the way back to here. Well, that's all new growth. Just in the 4 sessions I had done, we got all new growth in my hairline. And so I will microneedle this area for the rest of my life because that's freaking awesome. And it's the last place that I do before I quit, just because, I'm up there in the hairline. And I don't want to drag anything back down into my face that shouldn't be there.
Salmon pee-pee.
Some people call it salmon sperm for the shock value, but it's just salmon DNA is all it is. It's very repairing. It helps you heal faster. It's a reparative serum. I've read so much about it, but basically that's all you need to really know is that it's repairing. So on top of the collagen and elastin boost you get from microneedling, the salmon is a good one to use whether you're microneedling for collagen growth or just for the glow at a 0.25, because you can do that every week. You can only do the collagen microneedling once every 4 to 6 weeks. You've got to let that whole process work its course. So you don't want to go more than 0.25, but once a month. But you can do 0.25 once a week. There's people that do it twice a week just because they love the glow you get. And it pushes your serums and stuff in deeper too. So I'm going to put some of this up in there, up in my hairline where we just stamped. Get that good stuff in there. There, I can feel it. Oh, woof.
Yes, it does. It just feels like
It feels like a sunburn. And so basically, that's it. That's all it is. We just did our face. We did our neck. We did a little bit of our chest. And that's all that it took. So it doesn't take long. The prep time takes longer than the actual microneedling does. And so I want to discuss that a little bit because I know some of you are getting ready to do your first time. And now you can do it with me. Every Sunday I do my face. We'll do the 0.25 next Sunday. So you can do it with me. That way you have, and I can even bring you on like this so that I can see you, make sure you're doing it the right way. If you want that extra guidance, I'm happy to have you come on and do it with me. But you're going to numb. You put your numbing cream on. It's just a super thin layer. You're not rubbing it in. You just get it on your skin real quick. And then you take saran wrap. And I cut it in little strips and I set it over so that it's covering it. If you do that, it stays wet and it penetrates and it tingles. I mean, you can really feel that numbing doing its job. When we don't put the plastic wrap over, it dries before it gets any penetration. So you're slightly numb, but you're going to feel it real quick and it's going to wear off really quick. Whereas it would normally last the entire microneedling session. It's just that I wiped it off and had everything ready. And then I sat here for like 10 minutes because it takes me a while to figure out how to get her in here and all that kind of stuff. So it wore off before I was completely done. Now there's a little bit, I still got a little tingle, but I'm not fully numb anymore. I can feel that I just did this. It feels like I have a sunburn on my face. My skin feels tight. And the only thing I'm going to do is before I go to bed, I'm going to put some hyaluronic acid on and probably an oil serum. And that's because the 15-minute channel open, those will all be closed. So I can put the hyaluronic acid on, give it, because it's going to feel dry for days. And
So
tomorrow morning you can wash like normal, do your normal stuff. No actives for at least 4 days. So if you use retinols, vitamin C's, none of that for at least 4 days. I usually start back on between day 4 to 7. Just depends on how it looks. If it's glowing and I don't need to jump right back into actives, I will just let it go until the 7th day.
Can I put my balm on yet?
Yeah, wait until before bed. You want those channels to close before you put anything on.
So I'm just leaving the salmon DNA on my
Yep,
face.
let it do its thing. It's going to feel tight. It's going to feel dry. Wait until before bed before you add anything that hydrates. Most people do not add anything. So no moisturizers, no nothing the first night. They just let it, yeah, they let it do its thing. What you just did, let it do its work. And then in the morning, you can start with your normal skincare routine, wash, just no actives. You can wash it, hydrate it, seal it, just like you normally would. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'll show you one thing you want to do is stick these needles all the way out to a 3. That's as far as they go. Let me show you. That's all the way out. That's if you were going to do for scars. I used a 3 on the tops of my thighs because the skin was so damaged. I got a sunburn a few years ago.
You might
And that's
lose
what I
me
did my
if you
stretch
know.
marks with. And then I put alcohol in the little lid that comes with it. And then I just set that in the alcohol, let it soak. And then I'll rinse it off, put it away. And then before I use it the next time, I'll soak it in alcohol again. So just keep it clean and you can reuse it. Obviously, if you drop it and it lands on the needles, you could dull your needles. So you might not want to use it if you were to drop it. If you take care of it, though, it will last you 8 to 10 uses. This was number 5 on my face, the 5th use on my face, and then I did up to my elbows. I did elbows to shoulders, so that's 6, 7. My thighs, that's 8, and in my stomach, that's 9. So I'm about ready to replace that stamp. But I mean, if you're just doing your face, you've got basically a year's worth of microneedling in just one little derma stamp. Okay, so does anybody
1%.
have any questions that I didn't cover? I try my best to cover everything while we're doing it, but it's easy to lose track of what I'm doing.
How often do you do your face?
I do my face every 4 to 6 weeks. I average right at that 5-week mark. I've been trying to stay closer to the 4 weeks so that I can hurry things along because it does take 3 to 6 months to see your full results from one session. So right now you're only seeing the results from the first couple sessions on my face, and it was drastic. So if you can get that much repair in just a couple of sessions, imagine sticking with it for 5, 6 sessions. They recommend that you do one session for every decade of life. So if you're in your 50s, you're going to do 5 sessions a year. And it's best if you go back to back. So you do it every 4 to 6 weeks for that 5 sessions. Okay. So that's just best practice. And you can see my skin looks like it's hydrated. It feels tight and it feels like a sunburn right now. And it's going to look like this the rest of the night. But it's even regrowing those eyebrows that I plucked into little tiny pencil lines in the 90s. And those are growing back. My hair up here, I had nothing all the way back to here. And it's grown all of that back in just a few months. So I feel like microneedling is the miracle worker. And there's a reason why estheticians get the money for it. They charge, I think the cheapest I've ever seen it offered in an esthetician's office is $169. And that is an introductory offer. You get one session at that price and then it goes back up to like the 300 mark. So it's not a cheap thing to have done, but this way is super cheap. It's super affordable. And I believe that skin treatments and beauty should be affordable and attainable for all budgets. And that is my goal with Miss Dare Beauty, is to bring you the devices, the treatments, the serums, the K-Beauty, all of that stuff at a lower cost point so that everyone can afford it. You're awesome. Thanks, Kim. I can't wait until you tell me all about your first session. You should do it with me this Sunday. And I can put you up here, and that way you can do it with me. I can walk you through it. So I think Alyssa's going to do it with me next too. Are you doing it with me soon? I almost had her talked into doing it today because you can have 4 people on here at one time. Yeah, okay. So 7 o'clock. I always go live at 7 on Sundays. So 7 o'clock this coming Sunday, and we'll do our faces. I'll invite you on. I can see you. You can see me. I can walk you through everything. And that's with anybody. Anybody that buys the kit, if you want one-on-one help, I can put you on the live and I can walk you through it your first time. Awesome. Okay, Kim, I will see you Sunday. It's going to be your first session. I'm really excited for you. Okay, so here's what you need to do before we go on at 7. At 6 o'clock, I want you to put your numbing cream on. Just do your face. That way you can see, because that way when you get to your neck, you can see it's not that bad. I like people to see that, oh, it's not so awful. It's just our faces are so tender. I always recommend at least your first time, numb your face. So get your numbing cream on, put some saran wrap over it, let it sit 45 minutes, time it. Make sure you've got that numbing cream on for 45 minutes. And then you're going to wipe that numbing cream off after 45 minutes. Then you're going to double cleanse. So you're going to put some oil on your skin and then wipe that off, and then a regular gentle cleanser over your face and a good rinse, okay? And why we're doing that is so that we pull that numbing cream off, so we're not pushing the numbing cream in our skin. That's just, we don't want that in there. That can inhibit, the numbing cream can actually inhibit cleansers. Yeah, you do. Mild bar soap that you guys make. That's what I use on my face, is the mild soap you guys make me. Yeah, that's the same stuff I use. It's mild enough for your face. It's basically what she made it for me for, was for my face. So yeah, just use it. Just wash your face. Yep. Wash your face, let it dry, and then we will go live. And when we go live, then we will take the alcohol pads and we'll wash everything down with the alcohol. And then you are ready to microneedle. Also, soak it in alcohol at 6 o'clock, okay? So when you take the saran wrap off, that's when you just wipe it off. You can use a wipe, a napkin, a washcloth, whatever. Just get that stuff off and then wash, get your double cleanse going and get your skin real clean. And then we'll do the alcohol while we go live. That's the first thing we will do, is alcohol our faces and prep. So have that soaked in alcohol, okay? And about 6:10, you want to pull that off and let it sit on there like this so that it can dry. You don't want that wet alcohol going in your skin. Trust me on that. Okay? So make sure that's ready. That's your prep work. That's your prep work before we get started. So Sunday, this coming Sunday, 7 p.m., we will go live. We will microneedle our faces. I'm going to do a 0.25, and you ladies are going to do a full collagen elastin setting. So you'll be doing the 0.5 up here. You'll be doing the 1 here, and anywhere from 0.5 to 1, whatever you're comfortable with doing. And so you can see the redness is already starting to fade off in some spots. My forehead's starting to fade off a little bit. By the time I go to bed, my skin will look a lot less red, and I really won't notice it. It will feel tight, it will feel dry, but I usually do add more hyaluronic acid before I go to bed. And then I don't really do anything else until morning, and then I do my normal routine in the morning. No makeup for 3 days. No makeup for 3 days, no actives for 4 days. Okay, so if you use retinols, vitamin C's, any of the active type beauty serums are no-nos for 4 days, okay? And you can do it on like day 4 that night. You can do that night. There's people that do it on day 3. They've been doing a long time. Oh, sweetie, you need to start having a routine. You need to cleanse, moisturize, and seal every day. And then we can add in an active later, but at least get the basic routine done. That's morning and night, cleanse, moisturize, seal. Okay, so on my basic routine, it's cleanse. Then I use a hyaluronic acid all over my face, I drag it down to here. I even do it on my hands, whatever's left over. And then I add layers of water or toner. They call it's the Korean Beauty 7 Skins method. And it's basically 7 layers of hydration you're putting into, yes, you need to get more. But you want to put that hydration into your skin, okay? Just like, everyone preaches drink your water. It's not just drink your water. It's put it on your face too. Yes, our eyes, because this gets crepey, this gets saggy when we hit 50. So you have to have a good routine with that. And putting that hydration in is huge. So you can do that 7 layers like I was talking about, put a couple layers of either toner, a hydrating toner, not a milky. Milkies tend to prevent absorption of your next layers. So don't do a milky first. Do that later towards the moisturizing phase. But a regular hydrating toner or even just plain water over your hyaluronic acid will soak in and give that hyaluronic acid something to use. Oh, mine too. I was a sun worshiper for years. I didn't stop using a tanning bed until about 5 years ago. So I was a sun goddess for a long time, and I had a lot of damage to repair. And now that the face is looking better, I'm starting to do more. I'm doing my arms, I'm doing my legs, I'm doing my stomach. I'm going in and repairing stretch marks and scars. And I probably would still do it if it wasn't damaging my skin so bad. But my thighs, I don't even go out bare-legged anymore. I cover them because they look almost like they've got scales. They're so dry. And I can put layers and layers and layers on, and it's just so dry from that. I had that sunburn 5 years ago. We put the pool in, and I spent too much time in the sun that day. I burnt the tops of my legs, and they have I've struggled to get hydration in them ever since. And so microneedling, I did my thighs 2.5 weeks ago, all the way on 3 because a 1 wasn't doing anything. And I did them on a 3 and they're still peeling 2.5 weeks later. So that really did get that skin moving and building that collagen and getting the cell turnover because that's what happens when we get older. Our skin cells don't turn over and release like they used to, and that's why we get the crepey, dry skin, and then things don't absorb because you basically have a barrier of this dry, dead skin that doesn't let anything absorb into your skin. And so, with the microneedling, we're pushing good stuff in. We're getting everything working again. The cells are turning over. And I think the last time I microneedled, so a little over a month ago, I did my face. And day 4, I had the light peeling, and that was it. And it was gone like 2 days later. You know what? You're going to do 6 sessions, boom, 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 and we're going to turn that clock back. By the time Christmas comes around this year, you're going to be able to look in the mirror and say, who is this? And you're going to be happy about it. Not like when we turned 50 and said, who is this? So you're going to love it. It happens so quick. You're going to get that glow. Even with the very first session, you get this glow to your skin that's just insane. And people notice it. I was talking to Haley. I sent her a video. It was right after my 4th session. I sent her a video for Mimi because I hadn't talked to Mimi in like 2 weeks. I sent her a video and she texted me back and she said, what are you doing? Your skin just glows. So she didn't even know what I was doing because she doesn't listen. Because I did tell her. But then now she's paying attention. But she noticed it, and people are going to notice. And that's the cool part. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad I'm so happy that I got you to do this. It's life-changing. You are going to be just so thrilled with it. And I know that it's a pain in the ass not wearing makeup for a couple of days, but it's so worth it. I go, he's taking me out. I don't even care. I'll be just like this. Red. Red, no makeup. I don't care. I'm doing what's good for my skin. And then when it heals, it's 3 days. 3 days no makeup, and then the 4th day your skin looks amazing and you want everyone to see it. And it has smoothed things out. Like I can go without makeup and it's not so red. The red, I had little right here, they get real red. It's lightened up by probably half already. I used to get the real red around the nose, around the mouth, and the chin area, and that's all fading. And even like my under eyes, I'm not getting any coloration there. So it's really awesome. And Alyssa wanted everybody to know her phone died, so that she took off without saying goodbye to you all because her phone died. So just so you know, she said goodbye. So next Sunday, you guys be ready. I will text you, Alyssa. I will text you and make sure that you guys know your pre-game ritual, probably around 5 o'clock. That way you've got an hour to prepare to get started, because your numbing is the longest part of this whole process. And then it's just getting the stamping down. There's something about the stamp that makes you want to wiggle. You don't wiggle it. Do not wiggle it. That's how we tear our skin, okay? So you're going to stamp straight down, pull straight out. And that's the only reason why you're going to go slow when you first start, is so that you get that in and out perfect. Yep, same. I usually feed my husband afterwards, because I don't have time to make dinner and feed myself or him before I do the live. So I wait till I'm done with the live and then we eat. So if anyone has any questions about microneedling, please comment them. I'm happy to answer questions. But if not, I'll come back and see you guys on Sunday. We will, oh, this thing always tries to stop on me for some reason. There we go. Okay. So next Sunday, 7 p.m., I am going to do 0.25, which is product penetration, and I'm going to use the Salmon PDRN on my face to microneedle in. And there's no downtime with 0.25. So anyone that was wanting to start doing that hasn't tried just the product penetration, we can do that Sunday as well. But for those that weren't watching earlier, we are going to have 2 ladies join me that are going to microneedle their face for collagen induction for the very first time. And you can get the kit right here and join us anytime you want. I'm happy to bring you on if you want one-on-one. If you don't need one-on-one, you can just watch and learn. I just think that everyone should know how to do this. It's super affordable. You leave early. Yeah, it's something everyone should do, men and women both. It's not just a woman thing. I've been trying to nudge my husband to let me do it to him, and he keeps saying no. But I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna wear him down.
Hell no.
He's still saying hell no. I'll get him. You watch. I always get my way. But it's for everybody. Everybody should have skin they love. I know you will, and I'm going to too. I'll be home soon, so I can do that to your face. Let's do it on a live. I know some people don't want to do it to themselves. It's not hard. It really isn't. What do you have to leave early? And then I can help you, because I want to teach you, Mitchell, so that you're not like, well, I can't do it without you. So I will do it with you, have you come over, get you prepped, and I can teach you live, and you can do your skin. Because you can do your beard, you can do everything. Oh, she's going to leave work early. That's awesome. Well, yeah, you got to have prep time, Perfect. All right, we'll get you hooked up too, babe. We'll do like a Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll go live and do your face. That way other men see it and say, hey, I can do that, Because it's not just for women. Good, beautiful skin is for everyone. It's for everyone. All right, we're going to wrap this up. If nobody has questions, if you don't have any more questions, I'll let you guys go. I thank you so much for coming. Love you. Mwah. Thank you so much for coming and supporting me, guys. I appreciate it. Love you. Mwah. You're welcome, Kim. I'll see you guys on Sunday. I'll text Alyssa before with plenty of time to remind you to do your numbing and everything and make sure you know your whole routine so you're not missing anything. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for coming. Mwah. Love you. See you guys Sunday. Have a good one. Bye.